New vlog posts every day on hybrid photography and product recommendations too at HybridPhoto.pro. Well, it's time to start taking Wi-Fi seriously. That's right. Point-and-shoot cameras have introduced photographers to Wi-Fi by the ability of them to connect up to a wireless network and move a small photo file, but they would get choked when it comes to larger files. Well, the new manufacturers of mirrorless cameras are making it pretty clear they're not going to be adapting to a wired tether system at all. In fact, it's just about as close to impossible on the Lumix GH3 to allow it to shoot tethered. There's no way a third-party software maker can make that work. Well, that means we're going to be relying heavily on Wi-Fi, and that's a good thing. We're going to be able to have our photo sessions both in a studio as well as on location, where our camera connects, tough for me to say, connects to an iPad. In fact, I'm working on a macro system that allows us to press one button and it will do 4 or 5 different functions to connect to the camera, make sure that it sets the deposit folder for the images on an iPad so that we'll be able to shoot our session, take a look on the iPad, do a quick edit, then take all the images there and just flick them over with your finger to load up to your Zenfolio account or whatever online system that you use.
See that guy? He's Will Crockett. He's a talented photographer that photo equipment makers ask to help them when they develop new products. He actually gets paid to shoot cameras before they come out. Lucky dog. Sponsors? Over 45 brands think Will's educational content is some of the best there is. He's even worked on photo projects with the Pentagon. It's quite a resume, but you never hear him speak about it. That's the kind of guy he is. Some people think he's nuts because he says,
DSLRs are dead ducks. Mirrorless cameras are going to replace everything, and thank goodness. They're smaller, lighter, easier to learn, faster to shoot projects with, and they're a heck of a lot more fun. Learn hybrid photography with the group that invented all this stuff. That's right, my group and I. Come on along with us. We're able to speed up our headshot workflows and say even kids' portrait workflows, because remember, the closer you can get to showing your customer the final image from the time you shoot it, the higher your sales volumes are going to be and the higher your customer satisfaction index is going to be. One way to do that is to take advantage of that Wi-Fi. Now, if you caught the XE2 Fuji camera review that I just did, you'll notice that Wi-Fi is on there. Now, it doesn't work in a super tethered situation like some of the other cameras do, but it's a step in the right direction, guys. The apps are free, and they go on your phone, they go on your iPad, or some of them actually have utilities that you can put on a PC computer. Most of them don't work well with Mac laptops. They do work well with Apple iPads, but not with Mac laptops. I'll be discovering how difficult it really is to trick the Lumix GH3 into delivering onto the onto a Mac computer later this week with the tech folks from Panasonic. But for now, I want you to plant in your head that Wi-Fi is going to be the way that you're going to move files out of your camera and into a viewing and selling device. Now, that also means that there's another thing around the corner that I know you don't want to talk about, and you always get mad at me when I do, right? All right. If you're relying on RAW, oh, there they go. Wow, that guy hates RAW files. Hey, if you're relying on RAW for your basic portrait shoots because you don't have color and exposure and contrast the way you want it, you're not going to be able to use the Wi-Fi workflow thing, right? The RAW file is going to be super slow. There aren't very many tablets that can process a RAW file. And the time that it takes for a tablet to process a RAW file, I mean, your customer's already gone and gone home. So when you realize that video is nothing more than a sequence of JPEGs and altering video in post-production is really tough, when you're going to start shooting these talking portraits and these e-products, you're going to be using JPEG as well as video. So might want to start getting used to it. All right, don't be yelling at me, RAW folks. Look, the future is that there is Wi-Fi on every camera, a tablet next to every photographer, and RAW is going to start going away, guys. Really is. There is no RAW video file for the mass market, so we're just going to have to get used to it. Sorry for the bad news. Bye. Talking portraiture, e-products, auto editing, e-templates, educational videos for shooting smarter, not harder, at thePHOTOchannel.pro.